Hey IB students, EconDaddy here, and in this video we'll look at how to maximize your marks for your diagrams in the IB Economics commentaries. Make sure you watch my other videos on the topic, as this is just one of the 5 crucial things you need to do to score well in the internal assessment. Also, there's a detailed PDF guide which includes all my advice about these 5 essential tips of writing a great commentary. Check it out in the description. So, when it comes to diagrams, it's needless to say that you need relevant ones. So it's absolutely vital that you choose articles that you can relate to the economic concepts studied in the IB Economics course, and that what the article reports about can be shown in economic diagrams. If you can apply relevant diagrams, which you can then analyze, boom, you'll score well in Criterion C, application and analysis 2. With irrelevant diagrams, you'll score weakly here too. Irrelevant diagrams include when speaking about an increase in demand and showing an increase in supply, true story, or analyzing the effect of an expansionary monetary policy and making the aggregate supply curve shift. Always make sure that economic theory can be effectively applied to the current event you're writing about. Then, carefully choose the diagrams you'll use and make them relevant by adapting the textbook diagrams to the real-life event using data from the article in your diagrams. The next thing that many students do wrong when it comes to diagrams is that they are inaccurate. Just check it out. Inaccurate scaling and market equilibrium. Feel free to stop the video here and check the numbers. And then have a look at this one on the right-hand side. Always make sure that the scaling of your diagram is accurate. Also, if possible, ensure that your diagram uses data from the article correctly. The next problem is also very common, incorrect labeling. Many students are negligent when labeling their axes. Instead of P, say price of good in the given currency, and instead of Q, say quantity of good and provide the units. And please always double check the label of each curve. Too many times I've seen demand curves labeled as S and supply curves labeled as D. Economic teachers really go mad if you do this. Tip: you should always give a numbered title to each of your diagrams. Final tip to labeling your diagrams: if you show shifts, which you should, as your diagrams should be dynamic in nature, that is to say, showing change, which is usually depicted by shifts, then make sure that the new curve is correctly labeled, for example D1 and then D2, and use arrows if possible. Teachers and external moderators love them as they make the understanding of your diagram so much easier. So let's see how my initial diagram should look like. Last but not least, perhaps the most important of all, you need a full explanation of your diagrams to score well. So it's not only about making your diagrams relevant, accurate and correctly labeled, but you need to give a very detailed explanation of what's going on in your diagrams. This explanation must be super clear to the reader, so that even if they have never taken a single economics class in their lives, they should still understand everything. Explain what the curves stand for, why they are shifting, explain the changes on the 2 axes, and explain why it's relevant to the article. If you do all of these things right, that will be regarded as a full explanation. To sum up, we've just gone through how to use diagrams that are relevant, accurate, correctly labeled, and explained. Now, if you check Criterion A in the IB Economics guide, if these 4 things are true for all of your diagrams, you'll be getting 3 out of 3. Yay! That's why I was going through each of these one by one. Don't forget to watch my other videos about the 5 crucial tips, and that there's a completely free detailed PDF guide which includes all my advice about these 5 essential tips of writing a great commentary. Finally, if you need help with revision, I have super cool, easy to understand study notes for the whole syllabus with beautiful diagrams, pictures, real-world examples, and to-the-point explanations that include everything you need to know and nothing that you don't, put together by an IB examiner, which you can also check out on the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'm wishing you all the very best for your IB Economics studies. Bye for now, and see you in the next one.